grace for us. Instead, you spun lies about Jeff and I and plotted with a guy who I took to court and now have 7 courts against. I think she means court judgments. And now I have 7 courts against and over $1 million judgment against to cause me pain and suffering during the time. There was someone out there trying to cause Gretchen a lot of pain and suffering of lies as it regards to Jeff. And Tamara did plot with a guy. So you didn't show them 1 ounce of grace, Tamara, and you went and plotted against her. And the woman's fiance died. Say what you want. He was older, whatever. We don't know what went on in that relationship. The point is, somebody is dead. They're in the ground. And it was Gretchen's fiance. It's not something to lightly make fun of someone, Tamara. So I think Gretchen has a great point here. Then Gretchen says, and then you went on your podcast and made false statements about Slade and I after his son died. She probably said deadbeat dad after the guy lost a fucking son. Do you know what it is to lose a child, people? And then you went on your podcast and made false statements about Slade and I after his son died and spun lies about us again with no remorse for your actions, only excuses like you always do. Gretchen ain't letting her off the hook. If someone shows you who you are, you listen. Everyone says Sarah. Then we have our own fucking resident goddamn Mother Teresa here behind the velvet rope. Her name is Sarah Fraser. Why don't you want to make amends with this one and that one? There's nobody in the public eye that I have fallen out with that then spends their life trashing me. Their life. How pathetic. These low-level, low-ranked podcasters that nobody listens to. They're not even on the charts. Behind the Velvet Rope is in the top 25 consistently. Sometimes we fall between number 26 and 50. God help us. You know how hard that is? Knock on wood, but that doesn't even fucking matter. The stupid charts don't even matter. Don't even get me started on the charts. None of that matters. We're booked and busy here with these fucking losers that I have a falling out with. And you want me to go back to these people? No. If someone shows you who you are, you move on. You never go back or you never look back. So good Gretchen is like, I've been here for 12 years. There's no world. The rat is going to rat. She is going to scurry. And she is going to wag her little beady eyes. Beep, 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 beep. And she's going to wag her little tail. And she's going to try to get back in. And the minute Gretchen lets her back in, no, there's no good heart or soul to misjudge. There just isn't. I wish her luck. I'm very enjoying watching her on the damn show. But good for Gretchen. If someone shows you who you are, that is it. They don't change. They are dead to you. So when our Mother Teresa resident, Sarah Fraser, says, oh, reconcile. There's no reconciling with anyone. I'm not interested. I'm not upset. I'm not bitter. They spend all day talking about me. There's whole podcast episodes about me. When you're on top, guys, when you are on top, everybody wants to bring you down. Oh, yeah, we don't have the humble David here today. Sorry. Don't ever let someone also, like, dim your light, okay? There's a big difference between knowing who you are and being arrogant. A big difference. Don't ever let anyone dim your light when you're on top. Take your fucking lap. So I love that Gretchen, she's just not giving in. I love it. This to me is more interesting than anything that happened on this week's episode. And then she says, you make excuses like you always do. You never gave us grace. And you never gave your bestie Shannon grace when she was going through the worst time in her life. We just said she crashed the car, Archie flew. You never gave your bestie Shannon grace when she was going through the worst time in her life. Instead, you buddied up to Alexis and called Shannon every name in the book last year, and then blamed your bad behavior on being on the spectrum. Oh my God, Gretchen, bravo. And yeah, so this is pretty rich coming from you and rubs me the wrong way. And this is the short list, by the way. Drop the fucking mic, Gretchen goddamn fucking Rossi. And no, I can't stop saying goddamn, and I can't stop saying fucking. And if this bothers you, then you are a bunch of fucking snowflakes that need to get inside, take off your clothes, get in the goddamn bed, go under the fucking covers, turn down the lights, and never leave. This is the real world, people. If saying goddamn or fucking is bothering you, first of all, I don't know what you're doing listening to this podcast. Don't listen. I don't give a fuck. And the more I don't give a fuck, the more people listen because we're real. These pansy ass watered down bullshit Bravo podcasts. oh, we can't offend Bravo because we want maybe Erica Jane on in 3 years. They're never gonna give you Erica Jane to come on your podcast. It's the definition of insanity. Grow up and hire me for your podcast course. I'll teach you how to make fucking money. God, I am on a terror today. This was so good. You go, Gretchen. I think Gretchen is doing so good this season. To me, this statement eviscerates Tamra, and it's nothing that I have to do against Tamra, but it is a double standard, and this is what people rely on housewives for. And Gretchen is just like, I was off the show, not for a year like you, Tamra. Tamra was off for a year, and it was the worst year of her life. She was on this podcast. I've never seen the rat that scurries so fucking humble. Vicky was off for a year. She would do anything to go back. The poor, pathetic Vicky. Yeah, I actually am saying she's pathetic. I find it pathetic that your self-worth at 69 fucking years old is whether people stop you in the street and say they love you, whether you're invited to the next BravoCon or not. That is your self-worth. You have failed. You need to figure this out in life and learn to get happy inside. Hire me for a life coach, Victoria Gumbelson. But Gretchen, when you're off and you're living your life for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, Gretchen is living her life. And now you're back. You don't give a shit. And she's not acting crazy for the cameras. This isn't like her big thirsty moment to be back. I find Gretchen to be authentic. I find her to be like, okay, I'm back. I was off for 12 years and I am with the love of my life. I had a daughter. My life was great. You all came knocking on my door. So I enjoy the extra money. Sure, this is great extra money. Slade probably loves it too. But don't ever confuse it. The minute you're not interested in me anymore, I'll just go back to living the wonderful life that I live. And because of that, like with Jennifer Tilly, now, I'm not saying Gretchen has Jennifer Tilly money. Like with Jennifer Tilly, God, I am on a rant today. Like with Sutton Strack, although Sutton's a bad example. Sutton's a bad example because I love Sutton, but she loves those cameras. But like Jennifer Tilly or Kathy Hilton, they really would be just fine if this ended for them tomorrow. They really would be. And honestly, not for nothing, so would Kyle. Kyle loves being there. She ain't gonna give it up, but she also hates it and is tortured. She'd be more fine than most, as opposed to like Dora Reed, who like needs the money and needs to be there. So Gretchen, to me, I find authentic that like, sure, the money is great. She's not going anywhere. She's going to come back next season. But I find it just like she's sitting back and being like, I don't need to play the housewife game. The housewife game to me is just being authentic. And I don't really come on to like have a gripe against you, Tamara. I'd be fine if you weren't here. But I ain't letting you back into my inner circle. Guys, I am telling you, when you are done with someone, my best life advice is don't ever let them back in. Truly, it's you got rid of them for a reason, and this is 12 years and we've seen it, and she's done it to her off air. I think Gretchen eviscerated Tamara in this response. I think she's having a great season. I can't help it. I'm a Gretchen fan. She was also great on this podcast. Now, there is a takedown of Shannon Beador. We're having a takedown of Shannon Beador this season. Now, at last season, I've never seen an edit like this in my life either. But look, we're not going to get rid of Shannon. We're going to bring back Alexis. We're going to use Alexis Bellino. We used her to tell this story, and then we kicked her out like yesterday's news. That's what they do, guys. That's what they do. But I, people really did have a problem with Shannon before last season. Some of you loved her, some of you did, but a lot of you found her really annoying. I've heard the stories forever from flight attendants, waiters, people slip into my DMs. So many people I've heard this about Shannon that she just treats like wait staff and service industry people horrible. I've heard it. She just denied it again, but I've heard it. Of course, she denies it on Jeff Lewis's. I mean, like, duh. Anyway, we cast Janela, and Shannon just can't, she just can't let it go. The other thing about Gretchen, too, by the way, I think this was great, is not this past